Welcome to Alabama Hills, one of the most underrated places we've ever explored. With free campsites tucked right up against the Sierra Nevada mountains and with views that rival any national park in the country, it's hard to believe more people don't know about this place. In today's video, we're exploring everything from ancient Native American pictographs and iconic film locations to empty desert roads, stunning alpine vistas, and some of the most unique and beautiful arches and rock formations we've ever seen. We're going to start off by checking out the Film Museum here in Lone Pine. Alabama Hills is a very popular film location. Many huge films have been shot here, and you've definitely seen something that's been shot here. So we're going to go in and take you along to check out the museum. The Lone Pine Film Museum is a hidden gem for movie lovers and history buffs alike. Tucked right in the heart of Lone Pine, it celebrates the hundreds of films shot in Alabama Hills. From classic westerns to modern blockbusters, this area has been a natural film set for nearly a century. The museum is packed with original props, costumes, and behind-the-scenes photos that bring it all to life. You'll find everything from old-school camera gear to tributes to stars who spent a lot of time filming right here. It's a small space, but it's full of character and stories, definitely worth a stop if you're in the area. So we just finished checking out the museum. There's a lot of really cool stuff in there. I love the movie Iron Man and Gladiator. They're both really great movies, so I'm really excited to check out those little film locations.
Yeah, overall it was a decent museum, but it was a donational basis with a suggested donation of $8, which didn't seem like there was any option on. And why don't you just make it pay? Like, $8 fee for admission. I would feel better about that than being told, I'll make a donation, but it has to be $8.
It also didn't seem like it was an option to donate. Like, we definitely would have donated.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you go to a museum and it's just saying that there's an optional donation fee and you go in and they make you pay, like, it's not really a donation at that point.
It's admission.
Just make it a fee, just make it admission. Like, I don't mind.
Yeah, but overall the museum was pretty great, especially like if you like Western films. If you're a Western film buff, you will love this museum. Yeah,
there's a lot of old 30s and 40s movies that were shot here. And yeah, it's just insane. There's so many. And there's a lot of modern movies that were shot here too, even like different country locations like India or what was it, Afghanistan?
All sorts of different locations this has been. So.
Including like extraterrestrial locations.
Yeah.
So. But it's pretty neat. We're gonna take you along to check out some of the beautiful locations in Alabama Hills now. Just some little hikes and then also some of the film locations.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Well, since we're already in town right now, we're gonna mail out our postcards, our seasonal postcards to our Patreons. We do want to start making our own postcards with our own photos, but for this time, we're gonna have to go with just a standard postcard from the store. So we're gonna go mail those out and then we'll start adventuring. Alright, so this is our first stop, and it's a weird one.
Very, very much so.
This one is called Nightmare Rock, and I can definitely see that. It's just a little bit terrifying. But a lot of people stop here every day. Every time we pass by, there's a bunch of cars here, and this is the first time we've actually stopped.
Yeah, I've always really wondered what they see in it, but I mean, it is very unique. There's also some cool photo comps out in the background there, but yeah, very strange.
Definitely strange. We're just gonna take a little walk up to a very popular photo spot, really close to this creepy rock. It's just right up over there. It's still watching us. Whoever named Lone Pine obviously wasn't good at identifying trees because obviously this is an oak. So this is the area where some scenes from The Lone Ranger were filmed. It's called Lone Ranger Canyon, and you can find all these locations on the map in this area, so easy to find. So there's a couple of campsites in this area, so you can actually camp right on set here where it was filmed. We've got some nice fire pits here, beautiful views all around. We got beautiful mountains. We got Lone Pine over there. Mount Whitney's hidden, but just lots of beautiful mountain views around, and there's really, I don't know how I would call them, like extraterrestrial looking rocks. They're just very unique. So just a short walk from Lone Ranger Canyon, we have an area where some scenes from Django Unchained were filmed. I watched this movie when it first came out. Don't remember too much about it, but it was a really good movie. But here's the location. So we're trying to find the petroglyphs, but we're not having any luck. They're supposed to be around here. Oh, I lost my shoe.
I wonder if they're over in there.
We found the petroglyphs. They're very faded, but you can see a sun. Dragonfly, there's a person with their hand out. There's another person there. I think that's a person. They're really hard to see what they actually are, but they're still really cool.
Yep.
Trying not to fall with my horrible shoes. So we were on our way to the next film location, and it's where Iron Man 1 was filmed, where he was launching the Jericho bombs at the mountains and everything like blows up. Well, there's actually a film production here right now, and it's for, what is it, Lucky 13?
Lucky 13, yeah, they got people down there in character, dressed up. They have a drone in the air. They have full crew. It's pretty wild.
So I guess we won't be able to actually take you down there right now because they're not letting vehicles down there, but this is the spot. Well, we came up the road to go to Whitney Portal, but as you can see, the road is closed. Will wants to go around and break all the rules, but I don't like breaking rules. It's closed for a reason, and yeah. So we're gonna send the drone up to show you what it looks like up there. It goes up about 9,000 meters?
Or feet to 9,000.
9,000 feet, not meters. 9,000 meters would be insane.
That's taller than Everest.
Yeah, but you can see Mount Whitney up there and some other really pretty mountains. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't drive up.
From Whitney Portal, it's access to a lot of some of the best trails up in the Sierras into Kings Canyon National Park, Sequoia National Park, and Yosemite National Park. And also, it's where you start climbing the lower 48's highest peak, Mount Whitney, from. So it's a pretty cool place. There's a little store up there, a little campground, and if you're here in the summer and it's like 100 and gazillion degrees down in the valley, you go up there and there might still be snow, so it's really nice. So Krista and I got a bag of tangerines today from a guy selling them beside the road. So Krista's flying the drone over here, and my job is to get her tangerines to keep her fueled.
One of the most incredible things about Whitney Portal is how quickly the landscape changes. In just a short drive, you go from dry desert terrain to high alpine forest, something that usually takes miles of hiking and serious elevation gain. It's one of the few places where you can drive this deep into the Sierra Mountains. You don't have to be a backpacker or a climber to experience the dramatic beauty up here. It's just a road trip away. Well, we just brought the drone down. Now we're gonna head back down the road for a nice little drive, bumpy drive back to the main area of Alabama Hills. We're gonna do a little hike in there, and then we'll see how much time we have. We didn't get to see all the movie sets. They're all spread out amongst Alabama Hills. We can't find the exact spot for Gladiator, but yeah.
We got a bunch of the main ones, and most of, again, like Alabama Hills was the main Western movie kind of area, and most of those Western movies were a long time ago.
Yeah, and also they were filmed like all over the area, not just in one specific location, so.
Yeah, and I don't think Krista and I have seen really hardly any of them, so none of them were like really standing out to us personally, other than, you know, some of the more recent ones, and so
yeah,
I think we got to the good ones.
It would have been cool to actually go stand in the Tony Stark spot, but I did that last year anyways, and to actually find the Gladiator spot, but it literally could be anywhere.
Yeah, well, it's somewhere around here.
So yeah, we're gonna make our way back down. It's probably about what, like a half hour? 40,
yeah,
even
40
might
minutes.
Be 40 minutes
so
drive,
right now the road is closed, the main Whitney Portal road, and normally I think that was open back up in April, between here and Alabama Hills, and then it would only take you like 10-15 minutes. It's paved, it's really nice, but we're having to do a detour, which is very scenic but also very bumpy and long.
Yep. All right, let's go. We've decided to go on a little detour. We're gonna head back into town, into Lone Pine, and get a big bag of regular oranges from the little stand. Because we got this bag of these, what are they, clementines? Mandarins?
Tangerines, something, I don't know.
One of those three things. They're so good.
We've eaten like half the bag already.
But I love oranges even more than these. And what I love even more is like oranges in a juicer. Oh my gosh, it's the best thing in the world. It's one of my favorite things to drink, and I rarely ever get to have it. So we're gonna go get a big bag of oranges and just blend up a bunch of them and make just orange smoothies with just oranges, nothing else. I'm excited.
Hopefully the guy's still there,
I know.
and hopefully this detour down that we're taking takes us on a road that's passable.
Yeah.
Wish us luck.
Well, the guy's gone, so that means no oranges. Boo. But we still got all these tangerines, clementines, mandarins, whatever they are, and we'll be able to enjoy those. We made it back to our campsite, and now we're gonna head out to one of our favorite little hikes in the area. It's starting to get chilly, so we got our jackets on, but we are going to hike to Mobius Arch, and we see a couple of arches on that hike, including Heart Arch, which Will had no idea it was called Heart Arch until I told him it was Heart Arch. He was just calling it that. But it's a cute little hike, and we'll take you along with us. So we're almost at the outhouses, they're just up ahead. And the trailhead for Mobius Arch starts just across the road from it. The hike to Mobius Arch is short, easy, and totally worth it. It's less than a mile round trip and takes you through some classic Alabama Hills scenery, winding paths, boulders, and open desert views. So this is the famous Mobius Arch, and it is famous because you can see lone pine right through. It's a very famous photo spot here, and probably one of the most famous locations in Alabama Hills. One of our favorite things to do here is just go for a walk. No real plan, no trail, just wandering. No matter which direction you head in Alabama Hills, the landscape is always changing. Every turn reveals something new. Arches, boulders, distant peaks. It never gets old. Well, we're back at our campsite now. We're gonna make a nice little fire and we're gonna warm up our lentil stew. The sun is setting. We got this beautiful view. But as you can see, the clouds back there haven't caught any nice light. We think that there's some clouds blocking the sun from giving nice light to those clouds because those clouds are very like pinky orange right now. Not like super, but they're still very pretty. After a day of exploring, we love coming back to camp and just slowing down. There's something special about making dinner with a view like this, lighting a fire and watching the last light hit the rocks. It's simple, but it's our favorite part of the day. Just being present, enjoying the stillness, and ending the night exactly where we want to be. Why are we facing this way?
I don't know. The view's behind us.
Oh, this is so much better.